Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Six orphan siblings tragically lost their mom, and the community stepped up in a big way. Written by Heather Rickleman, read by Julie Provost. Single mom Jaclyn Michelle tragically died, leaving behind six orphan siblings, and that's when the community showed up in a big way. Single mom Jaclyn Michelle lost her life when a train struck her. In the wake of this terrible accident, she left behind her six children ranging in ages from 2 to 15. Her sisters Amy and Samantha have been scrambling to care for the orphan siblings and plan for Jaclyn's funeral. But like most of us, they live paycheck to paycheck. When Kyle and Jackie O from KIIS Radio heard about the news, they wanted to help this grieving family, reached out to their listeners as well. Kyle and Jackie invited Jaclyn's sisters onto the radio to give them encouragement, support, and a little solace as they announced they were donating $10,000 to help with the funeral arrangements. They also set up a GoFundMe page for others to give a helping hand to. As they shared about the tragedy in the donation page, the call lines quickly filled up, with others wanting to help the orphan siblings. One individual by the name of Richard called in to help, and he stunned everyone with his donation of $10,000. Perhaps the most precious donation came from a mother who had been listening to the program on her way to drop her daughter off at school. Her daughter wanted to use her allowance to donate. How incredibly compassionate and thoughtful. Isn't that something? When darkness, death, and tragedy strike, our hearts are compelled to reach out and help shoulder the burden. Much like a candle in the darkened night, they provided hope as this precious family moves forward to grieve and heal without their mother. Galatians 6:2. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Have you ever wondered, is the Bible true? For 3 millennia, seekers of all kinds have asked this timeless question. Now best-selling author, entrepreneur, and philanthropist Mark Gerson offers a unique answer through social science. In his groundbreaking new book, Gerson reveals the 21st century social scientists are asking the same questions that the Bible has been answering for centuries. And his conclusion? The Bible is true. Absolutely, comprehensively, and enthusiastically true. Through this monumental work, Gerson connects biblical wisdom with practical modern issues covering topics like how to choose a spouse, building a happy marriage, raising confident children, overcoming adversity and fear, succeeding in business, and much more. And the best part? All author proceeds benefit African Mission Healthcare, a nonprofit Mark co-founded, bringing life-saving care to millions through Christian missionary physicians in Africa. Order your copy today at www.godwasright.com.
Teen Katie Lentz begged everyone to pray out loud after she was hit by a drunk driver. Written by Heather Rickleman, read by Julie Provost. When a drunk driver hit Katie Lentz, a teen begged everyone to pray out loud for her, and her bold act of faith demonstrated how the power of praying out loud is like a spark and ignites the faith and power of God in those who hear you. It fans the flames of hope and even saves lives. Katie knows it was prayer that saved her life. She believes that those prayers ushered in the Holy Spirit, who was with her every moment she was trapped in the crumpled remains of her car. Katie was on her way to church when a drunk driver hit her vehicle. She doesn't really remember the impact of the other car, but she does remember people coming to help her get out of the car. At first, she was in shock. She couldn't believe what was happening. Then she made a request, one so pivotal that it saved her life and installed faith in the team that was trying to get her free from the wreck. She asked them to pray out loud. Katie Lentz continued to make the simple request to every person who showed up to aid in her rescue, including Richard Eder, who wasn't a man of prayer. He didn't think she would ever walk again or even live, yet Katie's request would not only save her life, but plant the seeds of salvation for people like Richard. Soon word of Katie's accident spread like wildfire. and hundreds of people lifted this young woman up into the hands of God through fervent requests to save her life. Despite being trapped for over an hour and suffering multiple broken bones and internal damage, Katie is now walking again. She's completely healed. When asked about the accident, Katie said, "I believe that the Holy Spirit was with me." Yet the most beautiful part of this redemptive story is how Katie's request to pray out loud restored other people's faith and belief in our miracle-proving God. Philippians 4:6-7. Be careful for nothing, and in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be known unto God, and the peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
What do you do when the world around you is falling apart? It's amazing to me how many people are breathing air. They're going about their business and doing the things you're supposed to do. But if you really ask them, they know that on the inside, they are spiritually and emotionally and relationally dead. If we're not careful, all of us can experience that death. When what we need to do, even as the world around us is falling apart, we need to learn how to march when it would be easier to stay where we are and die. Join me each week on the March or Die Show as we discuss that and so much more.